packages for days. I just got back from a run. I decided to do that this morning because there is a cold front coming through here. It is absolutely beautiful outside. I was gonna do like just a little weightlifting session, but honestly like the weather just felt so good. It's in like the high 70s, low 80s, very low humidity, which is very unconventional for Charleston this time of year. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do an outdoor workout and actually enjoy this early fall weather because it feels so good out there. Oh my gosh. And just in time for today's video, if I must say. And I decided to pick up my packages while I was out, and these are actually going to be for the next video. So if you've seen my decorate with me's in the past, I normally decorate our entire apartment in one video, but this year we're gonna do it a little different and we're gonna split it. So today we're just gonna do the bedroom, and the reasoning behind this is because we are actually getting a new couch. We just ordered it last night. It is on the way. It'll be here next week, and it's just been a long time coming. The one that we have now is actually my future brother-in-law's. He was kind enough to let us use it. It's actually a brown leather couch, but I got this like, it was supposed to be beige, but it came in like white, this really bright white. It's a couch cover, and we've had that on there for a few years now, and it's served its purpose. It's time to upgrade. So we were looking for a really good budget-friendly couch because being in an apartment, we're renting, and I don't know how big our next living room is going to be, and really until we buy a house or somewhere more permanent, I don't want to spend a ton of money on a couch and then move somewhere else and it's too big, or I don't know, it just doesn't work with the space. So I wanted to get something that was budget friendly, that was still good quality. I wouldn't feel bad getting rid of it in like the next 2 years or so if we move, or if we decide that we want something else. It's just not this massive investment made. I wouldn't feel as bad, and truly I don't think you really need to spend a ton of money on a couch. So I'm very excited. If you are looking for a budget-friendly couch, make sure you stay tuned and I'll show it to you once it gets here. But that is why we are going to split the decorating videos up, and I prefer to knock out the decorating in one video. I find it very unsatisfying whenever people split it, but that's just what we're going to do this year, and that is why. And I wanted to decorate with that new couch because it's going to look so much better than what's in there right now, which I'm really grateful for what's in there now. It's been a great couch, and we have had so many movie nights and just watched so many shows and everything on that couch. I'm really grateful for it, but I'm also really excited because this is our first, both mine and Cooper's, very first brand new couch. All of my couches growing up were hand-me-downs from like my great-grandmother or my grandmother, and really just whatever family members. Nothing was ever brand new, so I'm really excited for this, and I can't wait for you to see it. So next week will be the living room and the kitchen, and today is going to be our bedroom. We're going to turn this into a super cozy fall oasis, and I just cannot wait. I even have a really fun DIY I want to show you that is super cheap, super easy, and it is going to completely elevate your space, and anybody can do it. It is very, very easy. So we're going to do that, get our space feeling real good, and then make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned for next week's video where we're going to decorate the living room and the kitchen with the new couch. It is going to be so cool. But that is why I had to pick up these packages, because these are going to be a few things that are in next week's video. So you will see what is in these boxes in the video next week. But I'm all ready to go for our room. So I have my little Halloweentown sweatshirt on that I got off of Etsy. I can link it below if you want to grab one. I made a little TikTok about it, and I'm just obsessed. I was born in 1998, and it says established in 1998 because that's when the movie came out. But I absolutely love it so much. It is so comfortable. I sized up to a large because I just love the oversized fit. This is the cover of the book that Marnie's grandmother reads her whenever she's going to bed in the first movie. I just think it's so cute. I have eyeballed this for years. I decided that this year was the year. I love it, and I cannot wait to just live in it this season. I actually forgot to put on my cozy socks, so we're gonna get those on. We're gonna get a movie going, get a coffee, and just set the vibe, and we're going to get decorating. So get cozy, get yourself a little cozy drink. Let's just dive headfirst into fall. Let's do it. probably the prettiest coffee I've ever made, and I'm so proud of myself for it. It's just my pumpkin protein coffee. You've probably seen me make it in previous videos. All I did this time though was leave out the Fairlife milk because the glass just isn't big enough for all of that. So I just did my pumpkin spice Chobani creamer and then put in a scoop of protein powder, frothed it, and then poured in some coffee and sprinkled it with a little bit of pumpkin spice on top. And it looks so cute, especially in this glass. I got this from Pottery Barn, and I think this is their version of like Anthropologie's icon glasses, but I kind of like this one a little bit better because Anthropologie's this year has like a bunch of like white all over it, which it's cute, but I like this like frosted look that this one has here. I feel like it's just so cute, and it has, if the camera will focus on it instead of me, and it has like this speckled detail on top, and the lid is white too, like it's frosted. So I just think it's so cute, and it's the perfect size. So that's so good. That pumpkin spice Chobani creamer is like the best. Anyway, I decided to put on Halloweentown for obvious reasons. I figured it was pretty fitting. So last year we did Harry Potter, so I was like, you know what, let's just do Halloweentown this year. So first order of business is going to be our DIY that we're doing today. I'm so excited for this. I saw it on TikTok and I thought it was brilliant. So I was like, okay, we need to try this and see how it's gonna come out. Very simple, very affordable. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So basically what they did is they took these like prints that you can find on Etsy or on Pinterest or wherever you find your prints, and instead of them having that glossy finish, they took matte Mod Podge and painted it on in a certain way so that it looks like it is a painting instead of just a print. Now I think this elevates your prints so much, and you will see what I mean after we do it, but I'm gonna do it to this big ghost picture that we had above our desk last year, and if it works well on that, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and toss it on my little witch picture. I have a picture that I put in our reading corner last year of a witch hat and some fall leaves, and it's one of my absolute favorites, so I'll probably go ahead and do that too, because I think that both of those would look so much better just matte and almost like a painting. I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's gonna be super easy, super fun, and you can easily and cheaply, affordably recreate this. So let's get our picture down that's hanging up over here and get it going, because I really want this to dry in time for us to use it to decorate.
How do I say goodbye? Caroline.
You can see how reflective it is. So what we're going to do is make it look like it's an oil painting. To do that, we are going to use Mod Podge. So we are going to put Mod Podge over the entire thing, and then where these little details are with the trees, we're going to try to like mimic the brush strokes that if someone had painted it, what those would look like. Doing this to your prints is going to make them look a lot more high end, and whenever you put them back, you want to make sure to take the glass of the frame out and put it behind the picture, but I'll show you all of that. First thing we have to do though is get this covered in Mod Podge. You want to make sure that you get the matte, because the matte is going to take away that glossiness and that shine, because if you have like an oil canvas painting, it doesn't have that shine. So you definitely want to make sure you get the matte, and then also a few paint brushes and paint sponges. So let's get to it, because this is a pretty big picture, so this might take a few minutes.
Heaven knows I'd stay, but I have to run. Here calling my name.
So now that we have Mod Podge over the entire picture, I'm just gonna go with a little mix of the sponge and also some of these little paint brushes and try to go where there's little details, so like where the ghosts are, like just kind of feathering them. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit more, and then I'll go in and just add those details so it looks more like those were painted on.
So I'm leaving now. Don't know if I'll come back around. I'm going out to find her now. Even if I bleed on the pavement, Caroline, I'm leaving now.
The first spot that I want to tackle with decorating is the reading corner. So I spend so much time here and this is one of my favorite spots. So I love to put a lot of my favorite little decor pieces here, and in the past, if you've seen my videos, I love to make this area very witchy, very spooky but cozy, and that have that really Halloween vibe. I have a few little witchy decor pieces I love putting here. We're going to tackle that, and my camera battery actually died while I was doing the Mod Podge, so the big picture is still drying, but off camera I did the picture I always put here, which is this one of a little witch hat sitting in the autumn leaves. I found this on Pinterest and I got it printed probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and I love it. But the thing with being a content creator is whenever you have these reflective pictures, it's really hard to film sometimes. So I wanted this one to be more like a painting, and I feel like it just adds to the witchiness to it. So you can see here how it has the texture to it. This was just like a glossy print like you would get from like CVS or Walgreens, or just from a digital picture. And look at it. It looks like it's a freaking painting. I'm going to show you how to put this back in the frame so you don't lose that texture, because if you put it behind the glass, you're going to just have that glossy effect again and it's not going to be the same. So we're going to have to put this back in the frame, but you put it in front of the little panel of glass instead of behind it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually went to Pottery Barn and I got the viral pumpkin candle. I have seen this thing all over TikTok. There's a Hobby Lobby dupe. My Hobby Lobbies were completely sold out. Like, they were not getting it at all, and if they did, they were just flying off the shelves. I went to Pottery Barn and I got this one and I'm so obsessed with it. It looks so real. It's just a battery operated LED candle and it looks so real. I mean, look at that. I could just look at it all day long. I love this thing. So I really want to incorporate this here on our side table here, and definitely this little ghost picture that I got from Target that I showed in my first fall prep with me video. We're just gonna make it super cozy. We also have Alfred again, who is our DIY ghost we made 2 years ago. He's gonna make a little appearance and we're gonna do a little tweaking with him too. So we'll get into that. But yeah, let's go ahead and tackle the reading corner, get this table and all set up, and then we will get Alfred all put together for his 2025 fall. So for this particular frame, it's a little different than a normal one, but it'll work for whatever frame you have. So this would normally go in the front, right? But to keep this texture, we need to put this behind the picture. And there we have it. Instead of it being super reflective, it just looks like someone painted this. I love this look so much. Alfred has returned for the fall 2025 season. If you were here back in 2023, that's whenever Alfred was born. He is back and ready for a cozy season. So I went ahead and I draped my sheet back over him, and if you haven't seen that video, it's in my 2023 fall decorate with me. It was a big DIY going on TikTok and I decided to try it and I loved it. But all you do is you take a tomato cage and you put a little styrofoam ball on top for the head, just like this, and then you just drape a bed sheet over. And then I found like peel and stick felt and I made eyes, and Alfred was born. So we're gonna put him back together. He's a little wrinkled just because he's been folded away in storage. I normally have my plant right here, but I don't feel like the greenery is gonna go very well with the witchy vibe we've got going. So we're gonna replace that with Alfred. And I love to give him a little witchy hat Give him his own wizard vibes. And one thing I really want to add to him, which I wanted to do this last year, but I just didn't do it because I didn't want to commit to it, is adding a little pumpkin, like he's like holding it, but I didn't want to glue it on him, so I figured we could just try blue tape. I think this will work just fine. It's not heavy. It's caught on my hair. It's not a heavy pumpkin at all. It's just a little foam pumpkin. I got it from Hobby Lobby last year and it had a little stem in it. It's for like making arrangements, but I just pulled the stem out and I used the pumpkin. So I'm just gonna put some blue tape on both sides and then just tape it between the little folds of the sheet like he's holding it, and we'll see if it works. I have high hopes. The reading corner is all done, and honestly I was a little nervous about it because it's so different from what it was last year, because we used to have the bookshelf here and just a totally different chair. But I think I honestly like this even better. It's so nice. It feels very open. And I love Alfred right here because he was in the living room last year. And the fact that he'll be right here whenever I'm reading, he'll be in our girl check-ins, he'll be hanging out with us. It's just really, really nice. And I love the way that it came together. So the blue tape ended up holding this pumpkin really well. So I didn't even have to glue it. So if you make the DIY ghost, I do have that video on my TikTok and Instagram, which are in the description box, but also in that fall decorate with me video, which I'll link it above. And then the bats I thought were just such a fun addition, and I did use the blue tape on these as well because the sticky stuff that it comes with honestly just ruins the walls. It pulled off a couple pieces of our paint before, so the blue tape is just way better, and it's such a good decor hack. And this is like one of my favorite parts of the entire thing. This LED battery operated candle is just so fun, and it just again looks so real. I would have believed you if you told me that was a real candle. This was the Pottery Barn dupe that we made in the fall prep with me video, so that came together nicely. And I love that this isn't glaring like crazy anymore. It just looks so much more high-end. This whole area is just, it's making me so happy. So I also went ahead and did these, and they came out so good. So this is gonna go on the shelf above our bed, and you can just tell they're not so reflective, which I love. I got these off of Etsy I think last year, but yeah, they look so good. You can kind of see the texture like it would be if it was a painting. So I'm going to show you how to put them in the frames on these because they're a little bit more of generic frames versus what the witch hat is in. So if you have your frame, you're going to take out the glass part. This is just what I had in for year round. So you're going to put your picture in front of that. And I'm just going to tuck this old picture behind it so I can get to it when fall's over, and put your glass behind your picture. So it should be like this, and then you're going to just put it right back into your frame. All right. And look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Okay, now we got to do the other one. You can see the difference in this one. So like this is without that matte Mod Podge on there, and then this is after. Like it just looks like you can't even see the picture when the reflection hits it. And this one, there's just texture, it's matte, it looks high end. Looks so good. I'm obsessed.
disappear into the night. I take my time. Nothing matters when I'm in your arms. Slow the river goes. We rest our bodies on sticks and stones. In our cheap embrace, I watch our dirty tears.
I am loving the way this came together. I was really trying to challenge myself to make it different than last year, but it was kind of hard because I really loved how it came together last year. I'm obsessed with it. I love the natural elements on this shelf, and one of my favorite things is that sign. It says, "Beware, home of the wicked witch and her little monsters," which there's one little monster right here. But it's so cozy, and it has that fun little spooky element that I really love. One of my favorite things about it is the little matte black pumpkin up there. I think it's super cute, and it just adds a little texture, a little darkness to it, and just ties in those books really, really well. So I'm very, very happy with the way this all came together. I think it works. It makes it super cozy, and is just going to be a great place to watch movies and read books and all the things. Now that our bed is done, our nightstands are done, it's time to move on to the bookshelf. So here's what we're working with at the moment. I'm definitely going to take away the plants and replace them with pumpkins, but what I did last year is I took all of my witchy books and put them like on display so you could really see them. But as you can see year round, I usually turn the pages around because I don't like all the different colors. It just makes it darker, and I'm not a fan. But this time of year, I feel like it's acceptable. So we're going to go ahead and pull these all off of the shelf, and I'm going to reorganize them to where my witchy ones are together and decorate around that just like I did before.
Weightless, I am weightless. Underneath your wind I soar.
So these are all of the like autumnal books that I have that either would look fall-esque or they are fall books. The majority of them are fall books, so I really want these to be on display and actually like show the spine. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these as kind of like outlining the shelves, and then we'll fill it in with some decor. And then anything that was not, I just left it on the bottom two shelves turned around. And then there's a couple over here that aren't really fall-esque, or they don't really look like they could be fall. So I'll probably just incorporate those somewhere else within like the bottom shelf or something. We'll see. The bookshelf is all done, and I love the way it came out this year. So I tried really hard to make sure I displayed all of my witchy books that I really wanted to feature. So this one, Dark and Secret Magic, great book, and I love the cover, so I wanted to make sure that was front and center. I found this little terracotta pumpkin at Target, and I just thought it was so cozy. And of course, some more autumnal colored and themed books, and I put my favorite pumpkin right there in the middle, of course with some Harry Potter books and a little witch hat. And this is my favorite series here, which is The Discovery of Witches. If you haven't read it, you totally should. It has witches, vampires, all kinds of creatures in there, and it's really, really good. These are two of my favorite rom-coms that are witchy rom-coms. And oh, this book here, The Witching Flower, so good. Oh my gosh. And then this shelf here is such a fun shelf. So I have my light up cauldron here, and then this book that I have, it's such a fun little book, and I featured a lot of my crystals here. We have some little potion bottles, we have like witches brooms, scaredy cats, raven wings, all kinds of fun stuff. And then on this shelf here, I have a couple other books that I thought were autumnal colored, and my tarot cards, and then this really cute little jack-o'-lantern I got that lights up, and some more black candles. These kind of remind me of Hocus Pocus. I know they're not like the black flame candle, but they're black candles. It's close enough. And then up top, I put my Hagrid pumpkin from last year, along with a little cauldron and a couple books that I couldn't fit on the shelf. But overall, I think it came together really nicely, and I just put a little bit of spiderwebs on it this year, not as much as I did last year, but I think it's just enough to give it a little spookiness, but it makes it really, really cozy. I've had this little ghost since 2019, and I totally forgot to add him on here, so we're just gonna put him right next to my favorite little pumpkin, and I feel like they look like a really good duo on this shelf. Makes me happy to see them together. So I went ahead and put the print after it dried back in the frame, and wow, oh wow, this looks so much better. You can see where it looks like paint strokes. Oh my gosh, this is such a fun and easy DIY, and I swear it just completely transforms your pictures. Like, it makes them look so much more high-end. I can actually like film it, because before the glare was so bad that you couldn't even appreciate the picture, but now it just looks so much more like just nicer, looks more luxurious. You just wouldn't be able to tell it was from Etsy and that you Mod Podged it and put it in a nice little frame. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the desk. Now, I did a ghost DIY last year, so we're gonna put those in the middle here and then just kind of fill in with probably some pumpkins. We're just gonna make it really, really fun and cozy, especially for doing work here, because I get a lot of editing and scripting done here. So these are the two little ghosts I made last year. It was a really fun and easy DIY also, so I can put that in the card above if you want to check that out. But they're so cute and they're so fun, and you can use them for years and years to come. So I got this cauldron candle from Kirkland's, and I'm so excited to light it. I think it's gonna look so cool. So let's do it. I love it because it makes it look like these two are just up to no good. That looks so cute. Oh my gosh. It goes so well with the painting. It makes me really, really happy. I mean, picture. See, I'm already calling it a painting because it looks like a painting. To go along with this, I have two matching little jack-o'-lanterns that light up. I got from Target probably like 2 or 3 years ago. So we're gonna put these on the desk along with some black pumpkins. I'm probably gonna turn this one around and just have them kind of mismatch. I feel like that would be really cute. And then probably just put in a couple other little tiny pumpkins just to kind of fill it in and make it look like a little ghostly pumpkin patch in the middle of the woods. So here's how the desk came together. It looks so, so good. I love how this is kind of like bringing that picture to life. And I just love the orange and black pumpkins together so much. It's one of my favorite combos, honestly, for fall decor. And I just cannot get over this cauldron candle. I feel like that was just such a cool touch. I think this all came together really, really nicely. I definitely can't wait to do some editing here. That is going to wrap up decorating our bedroom for fall this year. I love the way everything came together. It's a little different from last year, but still has that same cozy, spooky fall vibe that I just thrive on. And I hope you got some inspiration from the different decor pieces and maybe just an idea of something that you want to do in your space. Katie is already enjoying the cozy reading corner, and I don't know if she's gonna even share, so anyway, I guess we decorated it well if she's wanting to chill there. But thank you so much for spending the day with me. This is truly one of my favorite videos to film every single year, and in the next video we will be decorating the kitchen and the living room. Our new couch will be here, so it's going to be so much fun to just decorate it and make it all nice and cozy for fall. But I just want to say again that I so appreciate you being here. I thoroughly enjoyed spending my day with you, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!